No matter how experienced your team is and no matter how solid your processes are, mistakes are just bound to happen. It's inevitable. Hey, it's Emily from Zeni, and today we're talking about something that doesn't get enough attention in accounting and bookkeeping, but can have a huge effect on everything. We're going to chat about human error. In accounting, even the smallest mistakes can have huge consequences for your business. Starting with the obvious, accounting is super detail heavy. You're dealing with thousands of transactions, multiple systems, tight deadlines, and constant pressure to be accurate. And as humans, no matter how perfect we think we are or how skilled we might be, we just aren't built for that perfect repetition. It's not who we are. We might get tired and miss things, and we'll make judgment calls that aren't always consistent. If we're having a bad day, a transaction might get miscategorized, or a number gets keyed in wrong, or a reconciliation just won't fully tie out. Individually, these might seem small, but over time, they're going to compound. And suddenly, your financials aren't as reliable as you might think. Human error in accounting isn't usually this one big, dramatic thing. It's super subtle, and it'll start to show up in places like manual data entry, transaction categorization, reconciliations, accrual and adjustments, and spreadsheet formulas. The tricky part is, these errors often go unnoticed for a long period of time. It's not because we aren't being careful, it's just because there's so much to manage at one time. By the time something is caught, it might be weeks or months later before we even notice it. Here's where it gets serious. A small error in accounting doesn't always just stay small. It can affect financial reporting, cash flow visibility, decision making, and investor confidence. If your numbers are even slightly off, every decision built off of those numbers will also be slightly or way off. That's the real risk. It's not just about fixing mistakes, it's about preventing bad decisions from happening in the future. This is where an AI solution would come in. AI doesn't get tired. It doesn't rush to meet deadlines, and it doesn't lose focus halfway through a reconciliation because it got hungry. AI is designed for consistency, so when it's applied to accounting, it can process large volume transactions without that fatigue. It can categorize entries based on patterns and historical data, it can reconcile accounts continuously, and it can detect anomalies instantly. Most importantly, it can do these things in the same way every single time. That consistency is what ultimately is going to drive accuracy. A lot of people think that AI is just about speed, and yes, it is faster, but the bigger advantage is that accuracy at scale. It's one thing to be accurate when you're reviewing 50 transactions, but it's another thing to maintain that same level of accuracy across thousands or millions of transactions. That's where humans might struggle and AI excels. This does not mean that AI is going to replace humans, not even close. The best financial operations in the next few years are going to be hybrid. AI will handle the repetitive tasks like data processing and pattern recognition, while humans focus on judgment, context, and strategic decisions. Think of AI as the layer that will clean and organize the mess and reduce risk, so that when humans step in, they're working with cleaner and more reliable data. At the end of the day, accounting is about trust. Trust in your numbers, trust in your reports, and trust in the decisions that you're making based off of those numbers. When human error is reduced, that trust just goes up. And when AI is part of your workflow, you're not just moving faster, you're operating with more accuracy and confidence. The real conversation isn't humans versus AI, it's about reducing risk and improving accuracy. The goal isn't perfection, it's reliability. The companies that figure out how to combine human expertise with AI-driven accuracy are the ones that will move faster, make better decisions, and scale with confidence. I hope this video was helpful. I hope we were able to answer some of your AI bookkeeping questions. If you have other questions about bookkeeping or AI bookkeeping